Hello, welcome back to Ratropolis. What was it? It's general today? It's general today. Let's begin. I talked in the last episode about the future of Ratropolis. It's not, the series isn't ending right now, but I imagine that we're gonna put it on hold pretty soon, is what I'm thinking. But for now, I got nothing better to do. You got nothing better to do. We're here. We may as well just, pass the time with a little Ratropolis. Another late nighter, because it is Friday, and so for yourself it is Saturday. Yeah, it's Saturday. Hope you're having a good one, having a nice weekend, chilling, spending time with yourself or perhaps someone else, who knows. I spent my last 2 days hanging out with my friends. Got college starting soon, the usual. I think I saw someone ask, one thing that I should mention, although I need to mention this in Monster Train, is I do read all of your comments. I just don't always reply to them all, because at this point, I never thought we were going to get to this point, but it's a lot. They reply to all the comments. And I'm also kind of going through this, I don't have enough time in my days sort of feeling. With college coming up, I'm starting to feel that, I don't have enough time in my days to do everything I want to do. And I end up just, cutting out things like replying to YouTube comments. Realistically, I probably have the time to reply to them and just, I wouldn't say panic, and I've talked about it. It's stressful, but not really stressful. Anyway, I, had a good day. Time to do some recording for the night. Again, I'm recording super late, however, hey, wanted, sweet. Might not have wanted to grab that wall, actually. But yeah, recording pretty late. It's 2 a.m., but I already have Monster Train done for the day, and I have, usually I spend this time, I have to record some Neon Abyss, but I'm also pretty sure I'm ending Neon Abyss pretty soon, because I'm running towards the end of my rope with that game. I need to find something else. There's actually a card game got sent, I got an email in the business email. Oh, how weird to talk about having a business email, right? But I got an email that was like, hey, we saw your Monster Train videos on YouTube, and if you want, you can get a copy of our game, and we'll send you a free copy, and you can play it on your channel. And it looks relatively interesting. It's not it's just interesting, right? I don't know. I like the idea of trying to do some sort of variety thing where I try and cycle through a bunch of different games or something like that, but I don't know, if I reach a point in my YouTube career where I have a bunch of people sending me copies and I have an inbox of 50, maybe not 50, but you get the idea, right? An inbox of a lot of copies or a lot of messages that are like, hey, would you like to review this game? And I go, hey, this looks like a pretty, it's like an indie game, it's not gonna be something super big. It's not gonna have longevity like Slay the Spire or Monster Train, which is, I try to ask myself when I consider playing a game, what's the longevity of it gonna be? Is this gonna be worth it in the long term? Basically, is this game gonna be a Ratropolis or is it gonna be a Slay the Spire, right? But I wouldn't mind just doing a rotating through every week. Maybe every day or two, I just do hey, and here's what we're pulling out today. Oh, by the way, if there's any loud noises in the background, it is storming out. It's a stormy night. I'm gonna start clearing cheeses. I think that it's just a little rain, and I saw some lightning, but I haven't heard any thunder. But if you hear any random loud noises, don't worry, it's just a little thunder. Nothing to be afraid of. But yeah. I've gotten 3 or 4 of these emails now. I'm a real piece of shit because I never respond to these emails. But it's not I'm just gonna say it. I am not confident in branching out and doing sponsored content or even just hey, I got this review copy of a game, right? And I know that there's probably no expectation, even just doing a video on it is enough. But oh god. I do not have the confidence to pick up a review code of a game and be like, yes, I will play this and you will get exposure. Because I know that non-Monster Train content is going to perform a little worse. And that's something that, I don't want someone to give me the review code. I'm going to pick up this guarantee, by the way. But I don't want someone to give me a review code and then be like, oh, well, that was a waste of our time. You feel me? I'm super self-conscious about it, and I definitely shouldn't be. Like, they're approaching me with the offer, oh, you're approaching me, Jotaro, and such. Yeah, I know anime. I've heard of memes. I've heard of a JoJo, yes. I'm not gonna take Academy. I'll take the wall here. But, yeah, I should, like, they're coming to me, I should just take the offer, right? I should take the bargain. However, I don't know, I don't like it. That's all I have to say, I don't like it. I don't want to even have the potentiality to fall into being one of those like, oh, I'm a big influencer, you gotta give me free stuff, right? I don't want that to ever be a thing, right? I'd rather just like, I'd rather just buy the game, to be honest with you. If it's something that interests me, I'd rather just buy it, and if it's not, then I shouldn't. However, that's not how it works, right? Because if the idea is that even if it doesn't interest me, it should interest me because it's free, right? They're giving it to me for free, so I should end up with interest in it as a result of that. However, maybe I am a little interested, right? The game looks kind of cool. I don't even remember what it was called. I'd have to tab out to see, and I will not do that. But yeah, in essence, maybe like branching out the content's going to be something I want to do at some point in my, like doing more variety stuff is a long term here. However, for the time being, I'm happy where we are, basically. I'm not happy with how this run's looking though. Oh god. This always happens to me where I super stack one side and then the other side takes a wave and I just lose. I really need to plan about this. That's fine. Need some card removals and then we start to crush here, I think. It's fine, I just have to like set these guys further back and then send them forward so they don't just spawn in and die instantly. Like this image to die instantly. It's okay, we're gonna live. I wasn't really afraid we were gonna die, I was just a little bit worried overall. The longevity of the run off of that. What do you got for me? I'll take gold. It's fine. Oh god, that's not great. I need to watch on the right side so that I don't run out of militia shields. I'll take a military card upgrade. Militia shield, not the greatest. However, beggars cannot be choosers here, or something like that. Do not choose to beg, beg to choose, or, you know. Nice, like whenever there's a nice rainfall going, I'm like, ah, yeah. I think this is I don't know, I have heard of or like talked to some people who are like, yeah, I hate the rain. But it feels like a pretty uncommon opinion, and most people are just like, dude, the rain? Fucking sweet. It's not like I don't want to come across as like, oh, I'm so quirky, I love the rain, right? I like the cold, I like the rain. The end. I'm a very simple person. Water, good. Although I also hate being wet, so you know. Take the shoe market there, we're going into Lancer. Like truly, I think I've talked about this before, but like I cannot swim. And I really, really hate being wet for any reason. Like, stuck in the rain is like the least egregious form of being wet that I can imagine. It's like, okay, I can allow it. And swimming, going into a pool is acceptable as well. However, there's the whole like, I don't want to take my shirt off, and so that's a whole different like body positivity line that we don't have to go down right now. You know, you get the idea. But I don't like it. If you haven't seen me, I have shown my face a few times on camera. But I would not be surprised if you have not seen those times. They were like before Monster Train. So if you're with me, but I have shown my face. I do have rather long hair. Hate when my hair gets wet. It gets very heavy. So, and also, I think I never wanted to learn to swim because swimming is, I mean, not that I didn't want to learn to swim. I wasn't like, oh, I refuse to go in the water. My neighbors had a pool, or I guess they still have a pool. Oh my god, the sound effect of Lancer's thunk in there. I like that. Good shit. My neighbors have a pool, but I would just kind of like stay in the shallow end because I couldn't swim very well. Something that, you know, I talked about this recently, right? You ever go back to something that you were unable to do as a child? I talked about this before on this very channel, in maybe even yesterday's episode, I don't know. But you ever go back to something as a child that you left behind and you're like, this is really difficult? Swimming is probably going to be one of those things that one day I go back to and I go, oh, this is fucking easy, what? How did I ever struggle with this? I hope it is, or I'm going to go back to it and I'm going to go, this is impossible. Seems like something that'd be cool to get into though, like being able to swim and just like, you know, go down to the YMCA and just go swim as like a, hey, I'm gonna go work out, I'm going to go swimming. I don't know. Probably good for the cardio, but also, cardio, ugh. You feel me? Anyway. Nah, not much else new. Today was a pretty bland day. I've been playing a bunch of Magic. I'm pretty close to being ready to play Magic the Gathering on the channel. I think I'll probably, I don't know, I don't want to give a for sure timeline. I'm like 3 rare cards off of having my deck finished. Oh, sorry, I elbowed the deck, or the desk, not the deck. I'm pretty close to finishing the deck that I'm building for the video I'm gonna do with Cranberry. He's gonna show me the ropes, he's gonna whoop my ass a few times, and then we're gonna, you know. It was a guard because they walked out in front? I sure did. Might have been a militia. That's okay either way. But yeah, it's pretty close. And Cranberry asked me about this last night, like my long-term plans for streaming. Monster Train's cool and all, but I do imagine, like, we're at an all-time high, but I imagine that all-time highs, thanks to updates, are gonna also be met with all-time lows. Low. Is this a John Bellion all-time low? You ever? Yeah. But we're gonna be met with all-time lows as well when we see, like, dry spells, right? And the interest in the game dwindles. And that's acceptable. But if the game ever dies off, I want to have a pivot in mind ready to go. Holy moly, he's inting. He's running it. That duckling. Holy moly, that guy just fucking just charged right in there. What an animal. But yeah, we're gonna... I'm planning my pivot into Magic Arena just in case Monster Train is like, hey, it's gone, right? Because despite having, like, the last night I streamed, which was on Wednesday, was all-time highs for the stream. It was like 150 viewers, something like that. Very cool. And everyone's like, all my friends who watch are like, yo, this is crazy. Look how you're famous, right? And I'm like, yeah. I can never take it, right? I can never be like, yes, this is, everything is going very well. My response is universally like, yeah, for now. Like, it spikes and then we're gonna probably see a low once the update is old hat, right? So I prepare myself. I don't know, I try to stay grounded, right? Even though I'm way behind on YouTube comments and I'm not like, I don't know, I feel like YouTube really gets the short end of the stick. I'm really bad about interaction as a whole over here. Chat interaction on stream has also been harder because more people have been around. I never really expected to be in a position where I could not read and respond to every message. I mean, there was a period of time where I would interrupt my own sentences to read what someone said, right? And time has passed. I've mostly gotten to the point where I can, like, at least, even if at this point, the real one is like, now I can finish my train of thought and then thank someone for subscribing. If someone subs when I'm talking about something, I'll finish whatever I'm saying and then I'll go, yo, dude, thanks for the sub. Very kind of you. Thanks for the Prime. Thank you for giving me your Bezos dollars. Very nice. But yeah, stream's been great. Monster Train's very good. Everything's fun. If a little, you know, from time to time Monster Train can be a little frustrating. However, that's okay. I'm having a good time with the game. People are having a good time watching it. I got no problems. Like, everything seems to be going pretty good. Fishery, sick. Looking for the fun pivots on the YouTube, make something new and exciting happen. I think Slay the Spire is going to be good. If you have never seen me play Slay the Spire, there's some videos of me playing stuff from like January on the channel somewhere. I used to highlight, I don't know if I only highlighted runs or if I highlighted, like, I might have only highlighted dailies. I don't really remember because it was a while ago, but you can go check those out if you really want to see me play Slay the Spire. The thing is, I'm really bad at Slay the Spire. the series is gonna be like me trying to learn the game for myself. No like outside influences, because every time I've tried to play this game, I've always been influenced by the people watching. Right? Someone's like, hey, do this stupid thing, and I'm like, oh hell yeah, dude, I'm gonna do the stupid thing. Whoops. Forgot you can't click the wave alarm. I can't believe I still make that mistake from time to time. But yeah, they're like, hey, take this card, it's really bad. And I'm like, hell yeah, we're gonna take that card, it's really bad, let's do it. And I do it, and then we lose, and I go, oh man, how could that happen? Or when I take the game super seriously, which I did do a few runs where I took the game very seriously, and people who have played the game are like, hey, this is what you should do here. And I'm like, is it? I don't know, is it? Instead of being able to learn for myself, someone else is just like, hey, do this. It's an interesting one. I definitely feel the no backseating rules a little bit more, but, you know, as a whole, basically as a whole, it's just kind of like a, yeah, what's coming up on the channel? I don't know. I've been getting a little more lax, right? I just missed Neon Abyss for like the entire week, even though I said I wouldn't. I said I would not miss Neon Abyss, and then I did. I'm probably going to record some Neon Abyss after this, because I might not end up ending Neon Abyss, and I might just leave it as an alternating series and bring in... Oh, I need to be playing my... Right, I need to be hitting my hero ability on cooldown, because I have 2 courtyards now. Right? Don't let me forget that. I mean, you know, comment, hey, you forgot, and I'll go, yeah, you're right. And that'll be the extent of it. 112 is fine. 112 attack is like a little under where I need him to be, but it's still good enough. Hunting Tower is pretty sick as well. Do you have a wall? Yeah, give me a wall. There's no reason not to. This is a nice run because I had a few things I wanted to talk about, and this is a run that requires me not to, like, I don't have to think too hard. I'm just kind of jumping in. Whatever I have to talk about, I can talk about. The run's kind of playing itself. Super, super nice. Thank you, Ratropolis. I know basically everything that I could talk about in this interim period, I've probably talked about at some point. However, I will give the Ratropolis devs the credit. Like I'm kind of, I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised that this game isn't doing better than it is, because like it kind of, I don't know what's wrong with it, right? Why is this game not doing super well, and why is something like Monster Train doing super well, right? That's a question that I'd like to analyze. What is it about Ratropolis? Because Ratropolis had that streaming community as well. I wonder if in a year, because this game's been out for a little under a year now, like 9 months, I think. In the last 9 months, this game has undergone many, many updates. And it had a pretty big, reasonably large streaming community. I wonder if games like this live and die off of the viewership. That'd be an interesting one. Like, I don't want to be like, hold on here. Oh, there's another wave coming. I see. I don't want to be like a game to be successful has to have good viewership on Twitch and YouTube, right? But it definitely helps in this entertainment age, right? And I gotta cough. My sinuses, they're not happy with me today. I think it's the rain. Alright, better. I don't want to cough in your ear, you feel me? You may be trying to fall asleep. Or maybe you're starting your day, I don't know. This is a morning, like these episodes do go up early morning, of course. Immortal Ancient Coin? Imagine if you could finish this quest when it's in your hand. I didn't know that could give you a quest, so that can literally that can give you anything. Like that quest is a card that, like that's not an actual card, it's just kind of a randomly generated card. Those quests are super interesting. There's not like a set number of quests, there's just like, there's 2 parts and it just pulls from condition and reward. So you can have something unbelievably easy or ridiculously impossible. And the rewards can be completely varied in that way as well. This is the Shaman boss. We're good to not move here. Goodbye, Militia Shield. Oh yeah, don't forget to hit my hero power. I have been forgetting. 236. Excellent. Yeah, another courtyard. You know, at least I didn't skip these courtyards and then go, man, this run isn't giving me the population problem. Or it is giving me the population problem, right? Got a lot of courtyards here. We got 4, so every hero ability. So every 80 seconds I basically get an apartment for free. Solid. I mean, Monster Hunter wins us the game, of course. Guess I'll put that there. Solid. But yeah, not much else to tell you. I've been having normal days. I had watermelon for the first time in a really long time today. Give me your favorite fruits. Hit me with your favorite fruits, because watermelon, it's like, it's one that my parents really like, and for me, I eat watermelon and I just kind of go like, that's all right. I'm never super blown away by it. And they're like, oh, this is the greatest fruit, right? This is what they, this is the greatest fruit. It's so sweet. And it's like eating candy. I'm like, yeah, is it? It's just kind of like, it doesn't really taste like anything to me. I don't know, maybe my senses are dulled because I've drank so much soda over the course of my life. But like, dude, watermelon has like almost no taste as far as I can tell. It's a little sweet. It's very juicy as well. Very, very juicy fruit. Not the, what's juicy fruit? Candy? It's probably a candy, right? Oh, what else could it be? I think, oh, is it a gum? It's actually a gum, isn't it? You consider gum candy? I'd say gum is candy. I don't think it deserves to be put in its own pedestal, but either way. My parents are super into it, and I'm just kind of like, yeah, you know, it's alright. It's alright. I don't go out of my way to eat watermelon, right? I'm not like, oh, I gotta go grab a watermelon spear and just fucking deep throat that bitch, you know? I'm just like, yeah, it's alright. I'll have some. Like, if you're offering, sure, dude. I'll take a watermelon. Why not? Not a whole watermelon, obviously. That's a big-ass fruit. You get the idea. I don't know. First of all, I'm not a big fruit person in general. I don't really like fruits that much. There's not like a great fruit for me. I'm not like, oh yeah, oh I'm really craving an apple right now, you know? I'm more of an Android guy, but yeah, you get the idea. It's one of them jokes. We sneak those in there on you from time to time. You probably can't tell because they're bad, but anyway. I don't know. Like, if you the question of what's your favorite fruit is one of the harder questions for me to answer, because I'm just like, I don't know, man. They're all kind of the same. I'm never like happy when I'm eating a fruit. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm eating this. I'm having one. Hit the button, hit the buttons, and we'll go ahead and do that. I mean, we basically win this one, but also if I let my bounty fall, I can see this slipping away from me, so I'm kind of trying to keep it going here while also maintaining a line of dialogue. It is a little difficult. There's a lot going on here, but I digress. Do this. I don't know what my favorite fruit is. I mean, I know what, actually I do know what my favorite fruit is grapes. That's right. My answer is definitely grapes. Again, I don't really go out of my way to eat grapes. However, definite favorite fruit. However, what the problem with grapes for me is that if I eat too many of them, my teeth start to hurt. I definitely have a sensitivity sort of thing to sugar. Gotta be super careful about, like, I don't eat much candy because it really makes my teeth hurt for the next few days and I can't eat anything comfortably. And I'm just, for the next few days, I'm just like, God, that wasn't worth it. Like, those Skittles, they weren't really worth it. Although, maybe the Skittles are worth it. Skittles are like probably, Skittles and like Sour Patch Kids are probably my two #1s for candies. However, like chocolate is a hell nah. Not a big chocolate fan. As a whole too, like not a big chocolate fan for ice cream or cake or anything. I'm not even talking about this. Like these, I think these runs are the ones that kind of drive me away from this game though, where it's just so brainless start to finish. And I'm not gonna like self-impose restrictions or anything like that, because these brainless runs were fun the first few times, right? But I've done this so many times now. And there's nothing really riding on it, right? That's the other side. There's nothing riding on it. That's it, right? If I have a really good streak in Monster Train or something like that, there's stakes, right? There's a little stress there. There's a little like, ooh, there's a little something there, right? This game is just like, it doesn't really matter if I do well or do poorly. Nothing really matters. And I'm just kind of chilling, just kind of bullshitting you, and that's okay. I don't pay attention to the streak in this game. I don't really care. I've put up my best attempts. I think that my best attempts at streaking were fine. You know, we had a good enough streak for me. Once the plus mode comes out, it could be interesting. However, yeah, I'm just gonna pass this. We're gonna usher ourselves towards the end of this run now. I'm gonna go do some Neon Abyss and move on with my night. And yeah, I think that I'll probably be doing Slay the Spire here within a few days. Oh, I should use one of those community announcement things. I unlocked the ability to make those community announcements. They're super interesting. They're very strange. It feels very, like, official. Hey, an apartment. Very cool. I can just be like, hey, hello everyone. You watch my content? Here's an information dump. If you have ever interacted with my content, because I know that it's not just like if you watch, it's more than that too. Yeah, it's more than that. Because I've gotten those community posts on my front page, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? What channel is this? And it's like I've watched one video by them in my entire life, and then they're showing up on my main page as like a, hey, I'll be streaming here at this time, this game, and I'm like, alright, I might check it out. It's never someone that I'm like subscribed to that I think that pops up for, although maybe I'm subscribed to J. Kenji Lopez. I don't actually know. I should be if I'm not. Like, it doesn't matter who you're subbed to anymore. If you subscribe, past 1,000, I think subscriber numbers don't matter, right? Like, obviously, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, etc., but I mean, for me personally, I never click that box. And I know that, I like talked about this with my friends, and they're like, oh, I'm always clicking the box. What? Like, I never go into the subscriber box. Just never, ever do it. I see no reason to. Everything that I want to watch shows up on my recommended. And then when it stops showing up on my recommended, I just forget about it and don't watch it anymore. And then I rediscover it a little later and I go, oh, yo, I love this. I used to watch this all the time. And I go through and I binge all the videos by that channel again. Like, the one that I did this with the most recently is probably Drew Gooden. Great content out of Drew Gooden. If you don't watch him, you definitely should. I think Drew Gooden's maybe one of the funniest people on this platform. Obviously excluding myself, as I am the master of comedy, as I'm sure you're well aware. But I think Drew Gooden's very funny. That dude's hilarious. But like I got like one of his videos recommended to me. It was the video about Lily Singh, the YouTube star turned nighttime TV host. And I found him and I'm like, yo, this dude's really funny. And I watched all of his content and I never subscribed. Or maybe, and this might be bullshit, I might actually be subscribed to him, I don't know. It is entirely possible, actually come to think of it, that I am subbed to Drew Gooden. Either way, like I don't know, which is probably the best indicator. But I watched all of his content, I watched every video he put out, and then yeah, I like skipped 1 week of videos where I didn't watch him like because he puts a video out I think every Thursday, and I didn't watch one Thursday's video, and I've not been recommended a video by him in since then. Like 2 months ago, I think I just didn't watch one of his videos because it didn't grab me, and then boom, haven't been recommended another video. And then now that I talked about him, I'm gonna see one of his videos recommended to me. I'm gonna go watch it. I'm gonna go, man, why did I ever stop watching Drew Gooden? And I'm gonna go binge all of his videos again, and the cycle continues. I feel like if someone tries to do that with my content, oh man, dude, I'm sorry. Because you got a lot of content to go through. That's like, because these videos aren't short either, right? These are like, every day there's like, how long is it? It's like an hour, probably an hour and a half. Counting the stream highlights, it's like, there's a lot of content. I don't know if there's someone out there who watches all of my content, but dude, if you're watching all 4 videos I'm putting out per day, holy shit. First of all, how do you listen to me for that long? And second of all, dude, thanks. That's sick. I don't think I could do it. I don't think there's a person out there. It's more of like, I approach it as like a blanket strategy, right? Where if I create enough content of different types, then you may find something to your liking, right? That's how I look at it. It's not really something where I expect someone to watch everything I put out. Just like, hey, I like Monster Train, I watch Monster Train. Hey, oh, I also like Ratropolis, so I'll watch a little Ratropolis, but I'm not interested in Neon Abyss, so I don't watch that sort of deal, right? That's what I imagine. But I imagine there's also, now that we're into like the thousands or 1200s for subs, I think we are at 1200 by the way. Like, I imagine there's someone out there who maybe watches all the content, but like, yo, dude, holy shit, how do you do it? That's crazy. And also, thank you for the support. Really, though, the support on... Like, the progression as a creator has been very cool to watch, right? It's something that I never really thought we'd ever get to this point. If you were to ask me, like, hey, what's the secret? I almost... There's a lot of things that I think would be cool to do, but have never, like, had the like, not really the gumption, but, like, I'm afraid to, I guess. Like content creation tips seem kind of cool to do. There is nowhere for me to put this house. Just end this run. But I never... Oh, fuck, it's the owl. It doesn't matter. Sick. I never really thought we'd get here, but I think that because I've been focused on trying to make my content better, it has gotten better. It's been like, the big focus has been, how do I make these videos more interesting and more entertaining? And, you know, also I've been pretty good at monster train, and that has helped. Anyway, hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to drop me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I imagine that within the next 2 or 3 days, Ratropolis is going to be concluded, at least for the time being. I might, because it's the 29th, I might do like 1 or 2 runs of Shaman Plus before we move into Slay the Spire, but something like that we're gonna come to a close relatively soon, I imagine. And it's been a great journey. There's not going to be like a send-off episode or like a final episode. I'm just going to one day be like, alright, I'm done playing Ratropolis. So, you know. But anyway, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. I hope you have a good one. Goodbye.